It's Entertainment Schmig.
And the Oscars last night. Chris Rock was your host and definitely didn't, as I said on Friday, some people were saying because the Oscars were so white and all of the categories were, all of the best actor and actress categories were completely white, that Chris Rock should boycott the Oscars. I said just the opposite. He's going to take this issue head on. And he did in his opening monologue, talking about some of the people who did boycott the Oscars.
Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Jada's mad. Her man, Will, was not nominated for Concussion. I get it. Tell the truth. I get it. It's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. Yeah, you're right. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West, okay?
He addressed it throughout the show, and some people have said, maybe addressed it too much since it was throughout the whole entire Oscars.
It was constant. It got to be a little wearing.
But Chris Rock did do a funny thing. He interviewed a bunch of black people outside a movie theater in Compton and asked them about all of the movies that were nominated for Best Picture, like if they had seen them.
Did you see The Big Short?
I did not.
How about The Bridge of Spies?
Where are you getting these movies from? You making up stuff, you messing with me, right?
No, these are real movies.
No, it's not. I watch movies. I come to the movies all the time.
These are real movies.
Like in London and stuff.
Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
Straight Outta Compton, I did see that.
I loved it.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, hell yeah.
My favorite was when they asked the guy what his favorite movie of all time was. He said Superfly.
Yeah. And then he asked the woman, what was your favorite white person movie? And she said, By the Sea, the one with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. And he's like, what? Even they wouldn't say that was the best movie of the year. So Chris Rock getting some good reviews today. And of course, let's talk about the big winners. Leonardo DiCaprio finally winning an Oscar for his role in The Revenant. Brie Larson for Room. Those two, no surprise. Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl.
She was great.
And pulling out a surprise win over Sylvester Stallone, who won pretty much every other award. And Guy called it last week. Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies.
I thought Kevin called it.
No, Guy did.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was funny. Did you see Mark Rylance in the audience? His hair he looked like me getting up from a nap, which I kind of liked, But yeah, that was a great film. If you haven't seen it, you should see that.
And Spotlight winning for Best Picture. I'm glad that film won. Alejandro Inarritu won for Best Director for The Revenant, and animated feature went to Inside Out. Mad Max Fury Road, just so you know,
cleaned up.
Won pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
6 awards. It had the most awards for the night. And Sam Smith ended up winning the Oscar for Best Original Song over Lady Gaga's Till It Happens to You. And I mean, that performance got a standing ovation last night. It was a pretty powerful performance at the Oscars. But here was Sam Smith accepting the Oscar and then Chris Rock following it up.
I read an article a few months ago by Sir Ian McKellen, and he said that no openly gay man had ever won an Oscar. And if this is the case, even if it isn't the case, I want to dedicate this to the LGBT community all around the world. I stand here tonight as a proud gay man, and I hope we can all stand together as equals one day. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, no jokes there. Not gonna get me in trouble.
Congratulations. No jokes there.
By the way, that is not true.
Right.
Sir Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Do some fact checking before you write your letter. No. And at the box office this weekend, Deadpool, number 1.
Wow.
Saw it.
Again.
What did you think?
Yeah.
I loved it. And, all I could think of was that there was some 12-year-old kid somewhere watching this. It is nasty. It is just, it's beyond nasty. It's amazing. It's borders on X-rated. Honestly, I mean, I love
The dialogue.
the dialogue
Yeah.
and the visuals. Seriously, there's some stuff that no people our age should even see.
You say 12. I know. I've heard of 6, 7, 8
Oh, yeah.
year olds, parents taking their kids without checking.
I get it, but I'm be one of these parents. Hey, can I go see Deadpool? Oh, that's that thing with the superhero. Yeah, here's some money. I'll drop you off. I can
Yeah.
see that happening to me. You got to be careful. That's a bad movie. I mean, it's a great movie, but it's
Was it as
For
bad
adults.
as Blade Trinity?
worse as far as language.
Okay.
I heard it's very Ted 2-esque.
It is. It is,
Yeah.
really. I mean, but it is really, really well done.
Yeah. Now on to some movies that weren't. The Razzies handed out the night before the Oscars, and 50 Shades of Grey pretty much sweeping everything. Although Fantastic Four tied with 50 Shades of Grey for Worst Picture. But it picked up Worst Actor, Worst Actress, Worst Screen Combo, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan for 50 Shades of Grey, Worst Screenplay. And Sylvester Stallone actually did win an award this weekend. He won a Razzie, but it's the Razzie Redeemer Award. He went from being the all-time Razzie champ to an award contender for Creed, even though he ended up losing the next night.
I'm sorry that he didn't win because I kind of wanted to see if I could understand what he was going to be saying. It's like, but he was. I'm telling you, he was such a good guy on the. I know. I watched it. The red carpet. He really was a guy that you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit more about the Oscars in the 8:40 Schmig, and we will talk about our Oscar bet and how that ended up at 7:10 this morning.
Let's do that.
7:20.
Yeah, well, we might as well do it 7:10. Get it over with.
We'll give you 10 more minutes
Fine,
to
thanks.
find some
Supper.
Kleenex.
Right. See you then.